wanted to just jump on and talk about the topic of parent overwhelm and teacher burnout and the possibility of how we could eliminate that, or at least alleviate some of that, through children's yoga, meditation, and mindfulness. So I've connected recently with a lot of counselors and coaches and different types of guidance specifically for parents and specifically for teachers who are experiencing stress, overwhelm, and burnout. And I think it is amazing that there is a lot of that, that is a service now that is, being able to support specific groups of parents, or being able to support educators who feel stuck or stressed or burnt out. I think we really need more of that. The more support, the better. But what I would really like to encourage and talk about is the effects that teaching children and teenagers yoga, meditation, and mindfulness also has a huge impact on the adults and the teachers around them. So I'm talking about this as a previous teacher, previous classroom teacher, who did implement more of the mindfulness and meditation in my classroom. And not only did I see an impact on the children, on their brain, their nervous system, their ability to learn, their ability to communicate effectively, how to self-regulate, but it had a huge impact on my mental and emotional well-being as well. Because firstly, I'm doing the exercises with the children when they are breathing. I am breathing when they are doing their meditation. I'm guiding the meditation, so it's very relaxing and calming for me, for my brain, for my nervous system as well. So we're doing it with the children. But also, if you think about what hugely impacts or maybe triggers parents and school teachers, it is, yes, we have a lot of different things going on in life that actually are maybe the main reasons why we feel stressed and overwhelmed. But when we are with the children and they are having a tantrum or a meltdown, they're running around, they're not listening, they're not where they're supposed to be, they're not doing what we expect them to be, this triggers something in us, in our emotions, it triggers something in our brain and therefore our nervous system. And this is what sets us into fight or flight mode. And this is where we become stressed, and prolonged stress and, prolonged amount of time in fight or flight mode really is going to create burnout in an adult. And so I just really feel that if we can focus our attention on helping the children to self-regulate, helping them to make healthy choices, to be aware of their own emotions and to control and release their own emotions, to be aware of their own behavior, to make those healthy decisions with regards to their behavior and how they are in the world, how they whether they're kind, whether they are being compassionate. So really helping them with those basic life skills and those basic kind of concepts, and definitely supporting them with the basic skills of being able to breathe, regulate and control their breathing, being aware of what's going on inside their physical body, what sensations they can feel, everything that they get from yoga, meditation, and mindfulness. If they are able to regulate themselves, that does eliminate a lot of the noise. It eliminates a lot of the tantrums, the meltdown, the stress, the anxiety, the worry. And when that happens in our classroom, or when that happens in your home, that in itself is going to have such a huge impact on the adults' behavior, on their mindset, on their mental health, on their nervous system, on their overall health and well-being. That alone. And then obviously, if we are then doing the breathing techniques, doing the mindfulness activities alongside the children, then we as the adult are also benefiting. So I do really feel like it is such a beneficial all-round, teaching children's yoga, guiding them through the mindfulness exercises is so beneficial, not just for the children, but most definitely for the teachers and the parents as well. And I really have honestly always been a believer in that the adult needs to be in a mentally healthy place in order to support children. I do believe that. I think this is very much something, it's something that I learned a long time ago from a dear friend of mine who she's a play therapist, and she always says you can't fill from an empty cup, in that you have to be a full cup in order to support others, to support children and teenagers. But the reality is that we're not always full cups, and you still have to go into the classroom and give to the children. You're not always a full cup. Sometimes you're not even a half cup when you are a busy, stressed out parent, and you still have to give to the children. So when we are giving to the children, why not do something that we are also giving to ourselves equally? That is not selfish. There is no need to feel guilty about that. We are doing the yoga, mindfulness, and meditation with the children to benefit the children. But at the same time, a great knock-on effect, a domino effect, is that it's actually benefiting us as the adults as well. And so that's why I would just really encourage, alongside, of course, filling up your own cup, of course, doing yoga for yourself, doing meditation for yourself, educating yourself on self-care techniques. All of that is essential. But I would really encourage everybody who works with children or has children to also be doing this alongside the children in your care. So doing it together. Even if you don't have any knowledge whatsoever of yoga or meditation or mindfulness techniques, I have so many free resources that you can check out. You can literally print out some meditations that you can do together. You can listen to some of my audio meditations. I've got lesson plans that you can do, breathing techniques, so many things that you can get started on today, where you will see the impact right away on the children, and you will also feel the impact in your own body and your own mental health. And I think the most impactful things for me are the breathing techniques. So if you are looking for one resource, then go and check out my YouTube videos that are focused on breathing exercises. It's literally 2 to 3 minutes, and you can actually share those and do those with the children and teenagers in your care. And it can only take 30 to 60 seconds. That's all you need. And honestly, you will just really feel the impact. And the only way you're going to be able to feel the impact is if you do it. I'm sure you can all spare 30 seconds of your time to actually do a breathing technique, knowing that not only is it helping you, it is majorly beneficial to children, especially if you're encouraging the children and teenagers to do it on their own. You guide them through it, and then you encourage them and give them tips on other times of the day when they can do it themselves. And so that's what I really wanted to just pop on and say, that I do really feel that the overwhelm that parents feel, the stress and the burnout that school teachers are constantly experiencing and feeling stressed about, the stress they're stressed and worried about being burnt out again. So I try and do some children's yoga. Do it with the children in your care. Do it with the teenagers at home. And see the knock-on effect of when your children are feeling self-aware, they're able to regulate their own emotions, and that regulate their own thoughts and control their own thoughts. That is going to have a huge impact on their attitude, their behavior, their choices, their body, their mental and emotional well-being. And that is most definitely going to have an effect on your own mental and emotional well-being, your overall health. So it's kind of like going to the source. The source of your stress and worry as a parent is the children, right? Whether you're worrying because you can see that they're anxious, or that they're stressed, or that they're having tantrums and emotional difficulties, or whether they're causing stress and triggering your nervous system into fight or flight because they are they're not listening to you, they're not in control of their own emotions, that it feels like they're running wild. If you can go to that source and help them to regulate their own nervous system with breathing techniques, with mindfulness exercises, that is going to alleviate the worry and stress that you have. The same with teachers, you know, the burnout that you feel, yes, a lot of it comes from the, you know, management or the education system as a whole, but the day-to-day triggers are when you feel like you've got 30 children constantly asking and expecting things from you, and you just feel like you're giving, and it's very stressful. So go to the source and try and alleviate some of their stress, alleviate some of their problems, help them to make healthy decisions for themselves through yoga and mindfulness, and that is going to alleviate some of your stress and some of your worries. And so that's all I wanted to say, really. But I would be interested to know, for those of you that are teachers and parents, if you've tried yoga, or I'd say more so like the breathing techniques, the mindfulness meditations are really what is impactful. And have you noticed an effect on your own health and well-being as you share the yoga and breathing techniques with your children? So whether you're a parent or you're a classroom teacher, if you've tried it, comment below and let us know. And if you are looking for free resources, I mean, who doesn't love a free resource? Then I have over, I don't know how many hundreds of short videos, free workshops, free courses, print out this, print out that. Whether you're into, you know, moving meditations, breathing meditations, art meditations, mindfulness exercises, I have something for everyone, for every child, for every group of people. So head over to the link in my bio and check out all my free resources. You will definitely find something there that is interesting to you and beneficial to the children in your care. And if you are already practicing yoga, meditation and mindfulness, and you've tried little bits and pieces in your class, and you know that this is what your children need, whether you're in your classroom or at home, or you're ready to transition into a career in children's yoga and meditation and mindfulness, then I would encourage you to join my upcoming teacher training. So I have one in Thailand in October, which is 7 days over the half-term holidays, so it's perfect for you school teachers. And I have I have two options for the online teacher training. One that is specifically for school teachers that I'm starting in 2 weeks, and one that is self-paced, so it's really great for parents. So you can come and go as you please with the self-paced option and take until the end of 2023. So you've got about 18 months to complete the training in a way that feels good for you, with a supportive community, and obviously with me to guide and support you. So if that is at all interesting to you, or you're curious about it, then definitely take a look at the link. And if you have any questions, DM me, or let's set up a Zoom call. I'm always happy to jump on a quick Zoom and answer any of your questions to see if the training is a good fit for you, or to see which training is the best for you. So I hope to see you on one of my trainings, but definitely go and check out all of my free resources and start teaching some yoga and meditation and mindfulness with the children in your care, and then come back and let me know what kind of impact you felt on your own body and your own nervous system. All right, see you soon.